Alright, hello everyone, Imeji here, and welcome back to, finally, again, we're back to Happy Saint Sheol again. Last time, I still remember, like the previous part, I still remember, so for a little bit of recap, we play as a character who want to escape from the village anyway, and was able to, and because of like someone's finding like they asked if they want to jump from the capital or something, I think by the one random. So like then we meet like some girl like which who also appeared as well into the capital as well. So like that. We're unfortunately like the character as well is like on the cleanup duty, and that's basically it. So so that's most of the time. We also met like Securit. And we have seen a bit of like the character development, which I'm going to guess might be the bishop. So yeah, and today we'll be finally continuing that. It's been so long, I guess, after some vlog, I guess. Now we're finally continuing this game. Mission level. Let's see where we should go from here. We only have like 5 saves, but yeah. Alright. I'm not sure if the Easter will tell us soon of the story. Okay, morning. Alright, because they still see the Easter. Yeah. So let's go to work. So like, alright, let's continue now. Every time I see this kind of like area transition, it reminds me of like some of the some of the DS visual novel games like 999. Okay, making sure my other ears working. I have to make sure to lock the door to my room before I can leave. Okay. Just making sure. The key I was given yesterday is so small that without some way to attach it to myself, like on a card, the chances of losing it aren't quite high. Well, certainly is. As soon as I shut the door to my room, the door next to mine flies open, and the she-will looking blondie come to the fairly well steps out. Hey again! Oh Jesus Christ! Is this allowed? Well, morning. You weren't in your room last night. I'm not sure where you were, but you're pretty spending the night out of the town on your first day. The only one bald around here is you. And what in God's name are you even wearing? What this? I just woke up and forgot to change. Jesus Christ. Oopsie doopsie, I'm such a klutz. Yeah, you are. Glancing down at herself, she spins around on the spot, posing like a model in a magazine. Sure. Her outfit doesn't leave much in the imagination. Do all silly women dress like this? Oh, what a start. Do you usually forget to get dressed? Go back and change already. So, honest opinion, how do I look with a freaking thumb out? That that wing tongue that we always say on every anime or every other game, every game. Not that I look good enough. Yeah? She's absolutely pulling my leg here. Well, considering of like, you know. So you stopped by my room last night. We're neighbors, aren't we? I had to say hello. Well, for your information, I wasn't out late because I wanted to be. I want to take a look around in the house. The temple is massive. You must have had it. You must have had a great time. Don't worry, you will all fall in place soon. You will all fall into place soon enough. Just don't be late tonight, okay? I want to miss it later. Okay. Oh, also, could you tell everyone I'm gonna be late? Why? The girl averts her gaze, ruffling her incredibly tousled hair in agitation. Clearly annoyed, although I'm not sure why. Okay. Look, sometimes girls have these days where we feel bloated and sick. Do you really need me to spell it out for you? Well, fine. But if you don't put some clothes on, you're gonna catch a cold. Hilarious as always. Yeah. Sure. Still remember what was it? The lunchtime? Was it? Can we see that? Are we right now in the office? Okay. Sorry. Her high-pitched laughter follows me as I head to the gathering spot for our department. Okay. The cleanup department, located in the most dimly lit corner of the building, always seem bathed in shadows. The closer I get, the more humid it feels. Interesting. Yeah, it's already interesting because like as I said before, like you know how even though like it's supposed to be bright, it has like dull vivid to it. Like it looks like what of like the area what we're in for is like, you know. Yeah, this place looks like fucking dead. Good morning. I croak, my voice oddly deep. The tension in my shoulders is even affecting my throat. Understandable. I'm also having a trouble. Challenges of playing early. Come natin. Chorus of muffled voices returns the greeting. Although it's hard for me to tell why they're coming from, to tell where they're coming from since no one looks up. Also reflexively glance my way, quickly losing words. Morning, man. Well, I am the new guy here. I find myself calling out to the only familiar face in the room. Hey, yeah, again. Oh, yeah. Good morning. Did you make it back? Alright, last night. With only her face turning my direction. Her ladylike posture makes her look almost like a peony. She's adorable. I told you, I'm pretty good at finding my way around. How did you sleep? I found the pillows here are kinda lumpy and uncomfortable. Hey you, did you come here by yourself? Oh, you're here too? Just answer the question. Where's the girl? She's still in her room. Yeah, you know, just enjoying being like, just like, whatever. Ah, Blondie said she'd be late. Pretending to be sick to get out of work again. She said something about feeling bloated and sick sometimes. Excuses. That's what she always says to get out of morning meetings. You should know better. Besides, I'm the one who's gonna get in trouble for it. First of all, it's way too early in the morning for this. For some reason, the cleanup department meets earlier than the others. With a high proportion of relegated lower class youngsters in the cleanup room. Interesting. It's a desire for the bishop to teach them the fundamentals. The younger priests arrive before the workday starts per class. With the more experienced and older priests filtering in something. I had a proper education, you know. For some reason, the temple seems to attract mannerless country bumpkins with no common sense. Like moths to flame, and its normal folks like us. Who pay for it? What a nuisance. People nuts. A chill instantly fills the room. It's probably from the way I shut my mouth halfway through her diatribe, but I had no intention of doing so. Maya shoots me at an easy glance again. I have a hunch she thinks I'm offended. She didn't mean you, of course, no. Did I stutter? I mean exactly what I said, for crying out loud. Suddenly, I see a tall shadow outside the window and hear the sharp click of heels. The sound instantly dispels the suffocating silence. The door bangs open, accompanied by a cheerful "Good morning. Ohayou gozaimasu." And the chorus of replies echoes through the room, louder than when I am. As I step inside, memories of what happened the night before sucker punch me in the room. Is it the one we saw? Unable to return their greeting with my mouth hanging out, all I can do is stare, my eyes following their every move. Oh, hey. How's everyone doing today? Lately, it seems like the weather's been playing. I need some girls. Another chilly day. Oh, that's automatic. I didn't click my own. Don't forget, all your wonderful bodies are on loan from God. Automatic as well? Okay, automatic for that one. So be sure to take good care of them so you don't get sick. Okay, there you go. That's like the stop point. Their long loose skirt fluttering around their legs with the slightest movement seems in direct contrast by their white hair tied back into the tight bun. Not gonna lie, they're fucking pretty. Halfway, Kara. The cleanup department's speech up. I swear I saw them in the forest yesterday. I saw them in the forest yesterday, but huh. They're very different from what I expected. Shh. Be quiet. Her warning comes a moment too late. The bishop's eye meet mine, which have been glued to them since they walked through the door. Compared to yesterday, they seem far more relaxed. Ah, yes. Perfect timing. I have some great news. We have a new brother and sister who will be joining our department from today on. And this is our first proper face-to-face meeting. Isn't it? My apologies about yesterday. I had urgent matters to attend to. They speak in an oddly low voice, as if trying to hide their naturally more high-pitched one. Okay. They have like a low pitch and a high pitch. Now I cannot guess what voice they're using. Their laid back drawl combined with their uniquely odd pronunciation leaves me struggling to understand them. Interesting. Meanwhile, their eyes continuously dart around the classroom with sharp, quick movements. Huh? Now then, you two, go on and introduce yourselves. I coughed quietly, trying to shake off the awkwardness of having everyone size up. Okay. I have to challenge my limits. It'd be great if I could speak without my voice cracking. My name's Mel. I come from an area fairly far from here. With this being my first time here at both the temple and the capital itself, I'm still pretty lost. Yep. I heard I might be transferred to a different department once my probation is over, but for now, it's nice to meet all of you. The bishop would be listening with an expression of bewilderment. And I didn't claps in response. Did I say something strange? It doesn't bother me. But I'm worried about mine. I glance over to see her frozen in fear. Her entire body is stiff as a board, and her eyes are glued to her fingertips. Okay. Beep! Her sister claps her hands together, breaking the silence before it can deepen any further. Maya looks so miserable, like shaking with fear and unable to look up from the floor. But I can't bring myself to watch. She's like a new baby animal. That's certainly a way to describe. I'm Maya Albert. Nice to meet you. Well, an Albert girl. Oh, what's wrong? Unlike with my intro, there's some scattered applause. It comes more of like mockery, or more like mockery than a genuinely warm welcome. I have a feeling it's probably directed more at me than. Crap. Why is this puzzled teen looking this way? For someone who usually stares people down with overbearing confidence, she's had her gaze focused on her feet this whole time. And I can hear her mumbling, swearing under her breath. Seemingly unaware, the beaming bishop opens their mouth once more. It's just lack of awareness that makes everyone around them suffer. Alright. I wish the two of you best of luck. Go get it. The bishop then immediately dives into a history lesson. We talk about the prophet, Stigmata, the rotting sea, and the barren wastelands unfit for human life. Yep, still remember some of the terms. Is it called the boss for the ones? I don't remember. The one that you have to burn. The least. I'm pretty proud of myself for not dozing off halfway though. See, did I read that right? Did I say running scene? Yeah. What we do for others, we do for the Lord with our God. He watches over us always. It's about time for the meeting to start, Your Excellency. Secretary steps in, suddenly interrupting the bishops and defines him. Albeit seemingly without a hint of malice. His voice isn't loud or commanding, but it's enough to instantly change the atmosphere in the room. The bishop's eyes suddenly widen in surprise. Well, my, there I go, losing track of time again. Now then, everyone, make sure to help your two new colleagues out if you see them having trouble. And you two, do bite your tongue, okay? Feel free to ask if you have any questions. Speaking of which, do you have any questions? The comfortable silence between us is once again thankfully broken. Doesn't seem like they do. In that case, be sure to love one another. Today, always, and forever. And with that, the bishop gracefully departs, followed closely by Securate, cloaked in a black veil. Even the way the bishop moves is bizarre. I think it might be graceful. The detachment between their joints makes them look like a strong marionette, as if they hold no control over their own limbs. It's almost as if they might fall at any moment, needing someone by their side at all times to catch them. Who knows? Maybe it's a body double. Likely there might be like a second one that's actually. To be honest, I think their eyes are also different. If I remember correctly from the first time we saw them. And almost as proof of this, Securate's eyes remain glued to the bishop's back as they leap together. Either split personality or something, or maybe something else. So again, let's make sure. I always need to reread a little bit. Yeah. The door closes, and once their footsteps fade into the distance, the noise level with the cleanup department returns on. Here, read something else. Okay. I missed it. I missed something else. Very careful. I guess I'm gonna use the touch medicine. The bishop seems pretty laid back. The stories I've heard paint her very differently Her. The way she talks, she sounds like a princess reigning over a field of flowers. Isn't like the pronouns they know? Wait, you're saying the person is a woman? I think so. You don't often see a bishop with white hair. It's kinda funny. Do you know what's funny? I heard you was transferred here from a higher position of power. I'm not following. What do you mean? Her eyes light up as I take the bait. Her former awkward boredom completely gone. Is gossiping about others really that fun for her? Well, she's the daughter of she's the daughter of a cardinal. That's how she gets away doing whatever she wants. I see. She'd feel blessed being dumped in this godforsaken department to clean up corpses, right? By the way, you better not go spreading any of this around. Okay. Okay. Especially not in front of that annoying jerk. Sure. You mean accurate? There's no need to remember that sleazebag's name. After finally getting her voice back, poor Maya once again firmly clamps her mouth shut. I can't tell if they get along or not. Knowing she'll just keep picking on Maya. I speak up in an attempt at diverting her attention. Really now. Oh. Why is that? Securet hates the bishop more than anyone else at the disposal team. Just hearing her name causes his face to wrinkle up in disgust. You're serious, but they just left together. He's her assistant for the time being. Especially when he's not strong enough for anything but a temporary position. Then he's aiming for her spot. Interesting. All you need to know is it's a huge mess. The sooner this rat's nest goes under, the better, in my opinion. What do you have against him? Look, just drop it already. You have eyes. You can do your own snooping on your own time. You get three girls if you keep scowling like that. For crying out loud. Looks like she's on the warpath again. Interesting words. Conversation between two women passing by floats in and the chairwoman freezes in place. I wish I could work with my sister too. Do you even have one? It's a type of conversation you probably wouldn't have heard if you weren't paying attention. But that snippet is just that snippet is enough to turn her face bright red. She's clearly run out of patience. Unable to hold back any longer, she vents her anger out on the defenseless chair next to her before turning her dead glare directly on us. Uh-oh. You're embarrassing me by existing. Can't you tell how annoyed I am? Or do I have to spell it out for you? Check again. Okay. After shouting at us, she stumps up. A look of fiendish rage clear on her face. It doesn't bother me, but to leave Maya behind like that, she hangs her head depressed. I don't know what to do today. My sisters aren't around, and even Q left bursting in them. Don't worry about it, Maya. We already have a basic understanding of what needs to done, right? We can just do what we did yesterday. Hey, if we somehow mess up, no one will blame us. They'll blame our seniors who abandoned us without proper instructions. I guess you're right. And I'm Madeline. I start to panic. My attempt at smoothing over the situation seems to work. As her anxiety starts to slowly melt away. I didn't accidentally say the wrong thing this time. I'm not someone who tends to care about other people, but I'd like to avoid seeing Maya cry at all costs. Well, my reason for doing so isn't all that clear. On one hand, it kind of is. Basically, it's a pain in the arse if she gets upset and starts sobbing. The last thing I want is to be stuck with a girl who's bawling her eyes out. Maya or otherwise. Maybe she feels the same way. For the first time in my life, I find myself earnestly praying the peacefulness of a boring, ordinary life continues. Everyone's personal files lay in the most conspicuous spot in the department room, meaning we don't have to look far to find them again. Our respective binders are buried among the pile. Each of our files contains a single sheet of paper with the location, date, and simple job description on it. Seems easy enough. Do you understand any of this, Maya? Are you gonna say no? For the most part. Very good. Seems like we get a new one of these every day. I wonder who puts them in our folders. Who knows? Maybe the bishop. She's really amazing. No, I would still refer to it as that. Just in case. Alright, we're back to this residential area again. Nothing bad happened. In the end, we simply psych ourselves up for nothing. All we had to do was clean up a dirty house. That's like a job, I guess. I would do it. Not the job like, cleaning corpses in this game. Like cleaning up just a dirty house, sure. I'd be lying if I said I didn't feel nauseated a couple times. But compared to what I dealt with yesterday, it was a breeze. I love it, Maya. My thoughts randomly turned back to yesterday. Maya is not good at her job. That's simply a fact. She can sweep the floor, making sure I'm still speaking, by the way. She can sweep the floor, at least, but she's pretty clumsy. And anything more is entirely out of the question. After mopping, she jumps across the still wet floor, leaving messy footprints behind. Has no idea how to wash windows. Having to redo all her work means what should be a simple task takes twice as long. And helping Maya with her task means I can't focus on mine. Her mood quickly turns as gloomy as the weather outside. Okay. Let's head back. Oh, son. Huh? I don't mind coming back again later. I want to finish everything. Besides, it looks like it might rain soon. I feel bad making you wait. I can go home by myself. Plus, I don't want you to have to come back here twice. I don't mind. I was thinking of taking a break anyway. Ready to go? Ready to go? Okay. Oh. Thanks to the sudden downpour, the road leading back to the temple is a muddy swamp. The grooves in the road are pretty deep. And I know one wrong step means I'll be drowning in mud. I'm able to make a path through the sludge, but Maya, who's right behind me, seems stuck, waving her arms practically in front of her body. Are you okay? If you rush, you'll end up planting face first in the mud, so be careful. Here, take my hand. I take both of her anxious hands in mine. Being so naturally shy, she cries out, her eyes wide in surprise, before squeezing my hand tightly. She's able to force her way forward, the occasional pause to carefully extract her foot from the sludge. It's because of those ankle boots of hers. Okay. There's a reason why folks in the cleanup crew tend to wear tall, heavier boots. Yeah. So I guess as well protection. It takes a while, but we finally made it safely back to dry ground. We managed to avoid drowning. Well, more or less. My boots and the hem of my habit are both so caked in mud that it's impossible to shake the grime loose. Alright. Triple nuts. Ellipses, if you want that. Maya, who steps onto solid ground a moment after I do, looks pale as a sheet, though I quickly understand why. Her formerly white socks are now stained black with mud, just like mine. It didn't take us that long, but the hand Maya clung to is snub from her dead grip. I noticed her usually pristine hands are spotted here and there with dirt, thanks to the hard work we were doing earlier. Sorry about that. Realizing the same thing, her mouth begins to quiver. I'm really sorry, Belle. And then she apologizes again. It seems like ever since we came here, All she does is mutter one apology after another. I don't find her annoying or obnoxious in the slightest. But no matter how many times I tell her this, she just ends up apologizing even. It's like each word I say only seems to make her more uncomfortable. All I want at this moment is to hurry back to the temple and remove my boots, which are filled with dark black mud. But instead, I'm impressed by how hard she tried to keep up with me without giving up. I slow down to match Maya's pace. Temple lobby. Kind of something the previous line something like clean up department office or something. We arrive back at the temple to find small groups of people scattered here and there on the main hall. It's usually filled with folks around now, but for some reason, everyone's focused on the staircase leading up to the second floor. I follow their gaze only to immediately stop in my tracks at the sight before. Three people, all dressed ridiculously, are descending the staircase, one after the other. As soon as the three appear, all the priests in the vicinity place their palms together, bowing in their direction, almost as if dictated to do so. Very confused, I glance over at Maya, only to find her with her own head bowed in reverence like everyone else. I'm the odd man out. Well, to be fair, that's normal around here. I go ahead and bow as well, copying the folks around me. I furtively watch their passage out of the corner of my eye. The person in front is a short guy who asked me about my village, followed by the guy who was with Red. And finally, the bishop from the cleanup department. You see, so that one's probably like the one who was trying to hire or something, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Shouldn't there be one more? Huh? just as the procession is about to pass by, I murmur quietly to Maya, head still bowed. Hold. She glances at me before beginning to count on her fingers. Still bent always. It's probably the bishop of the academics department. Speaking of which, I don't think I know much about that department. They basically decipher ancient texts and research things. Only very smart people are accepted, so only intelligent beings. Only with this IQ can do this. Wow, so that's it, huh? Yeah. Actually, my big sister has always dreamed of getting in. And no matter how hard she studies, it's not enough. Wow. Oh, but please don't tell her I told you that. She'll get angry at me again. You two from the disposal team. Don't just stand there. Go get cleaned up. The priest barks at us as they walk by, reminding us of something that completely slipped both our minds. The mud cake on my pants is a dried up brick of muck by now. I glance over to see Maya looking down at herself, blushing furiously. Um, I'm gonna go on ahead and wash myself off. Okay. Should hurry up and get changed as well. Okay. Are you heading back early today? I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but I really have to go. Sure. Be careful on your way back. I'll see you later. Maya hurries up, but upon realizing tracking Belial. So soon as she heads deeper inside the dump. Okay? My opinion of her doesn't change. Even if she's dressed in rags and cake in mud. And I can tell she doesn't feel the same way. Okay? The cleanup department is the only one with 2 showers. One in the temple and one in the dorms. Wow. Perhaps it's just the time of day. But a shower with the only sight being naked male, flesh as far as the eye can see, is an abomination from any perspective, at least to me. I have no plans on staying long anymore. I'm not a huge staying long anymore. I'm not a huge fan of how humid it gets in here. The wetness in the air is so oppressive, it makes it hard to breathe. And the faucet doesn't make a lick of sense to me. Either the water's scalding hot or freezing cold, no in-betweens. I'm already sick of having to take this many showers. Temple corridor. Having hurried may be a little too much. I arrive at the cafeteria to find no sight of mine. The 2 seniors who'd gone off with her are here, which means she's probably just taking her time. Standing in the doorway, waves of people move in and out around. Each time someone sits down, whether alone or in pairs, a musky scent wafts into the air. It's the stench of death, something you can't wash away with soap and water. It's inescapable, enveloping everyone who wants you. Yep. Alright. I hear people constantly say they'll never get used to it, and yet it seems that they have. I personally can't stand it, but this discomfort has already become part of my daily life. Maya's face naturally surfaces from my jumble of thoughts. I remember how she looked in her muddy boots. Her skirt and embarrassing, wrinkled solid boots. I can't help but worry at her. Enough so that it's kind of calming down. She must smile sometimes, right? It seems like an obvious fact, but the only image my mind can conjure up is of her bowing. Her face a mask of misery. Picture of her that sprang to mind gradually begins to solidify. She's still nowhere to be seen. I have a strong hunch that Maya's probably skipping dinner tonight, and so I hurry to grab some bread for myself before it runs out. I guess a part of me misses her, though I don't really know why. to escape the putrid scent that lingers in the air, clinging to the tip of my nose. I should really study the floor plan of the temple so I don't get lost in it. Alright. Alright, here come some choices. Now then, where should I go? Alright. There's a lot more this time. Back. There's flowering garden, there's raining grounds, there's workplace and library this time as well. Let's go to flowering garden again. We're going in order. Unless we can only check each once then. Okay. Flower garden. Walking out into the yard, I see a familiar figure. Maya is sitting on the bench, hugging her niece or something. Before I can call out to her, the sound of pebbles crunching under my shoes give me away. She immediately winces in fear, in my direction. Just as surprised as she is, I raise both hands in front of me, as if to show I am unarmed and perfectly safe. The look of fear in her eyes immediately softens once she sees me. Seeing her is comforting for some reason. Maya, I was wondering what I'd do if you weren't here. Did you eat already? Nope. My sisters aren't around today, plus I don't have much of an appetite today. You sure? Yeah, it's fine. I'm used to it. From the way she's talking, I guess this kind of thing happens often. Instead of an answer, I offer her some of the bread I brought from the cafeteria. Made from local ingredients, there is still a faint smell of butter from the bread roll. Her eyes widen in surprise again, but this time I notice her body trembling faintly. You brought this for me. Well, I had a feeling you probably skipped dinner, so. Well, I brought a couple. I brought a couple so I could eat out here too. It's better than going hungry. Triple Lutz. Her hand hovers uncertainly for a moment before she takes one of the rolls. I can't help but feel sorry for her as she nibbles at it. Though Maya seems more relaxed, no longer curled up into a stiff ball. I sit down next to her, glancing absent-mindedly around the garden. It's almost definitely a garden, although not very conspicuous, mostly containing rambling roses. I see. Sight of the bright red blossoms blooming all over the curved archway is fairly lackluster. Yeah. Probably thanks to the abundance of wilted petals likely from neglect. Again, combined with the color choices, I guess, or the atmosphere, I guess. I remember how out of place it seemed the first time I found it. Yep. Such a beautiful spot buried away right next to the cleanup department. And yet the gloom that pervades the office feels entwined between the neglected roses. What seems to catch Maya's attention isn't the roses in full bloom or the archway itself. It's a bit of dirt between the bricks, where the small flower buds are just beginning to sprout. So small you have to squint to see them. While sitting here, I can tell why this is her favorite bench. You can see the buds better from this spot. She seems happier than usual, watching her favorite budding blossoms. Looking so much more like weeds than the gorgeous flowers they'll eventually become. You don't get along with your sister. Pardon me? Oh, why do you say that? Her expression immediately stiffens. I have no intention of picking on her. Quite the opposite. Well, the reason why is I noticed she basically ignored you yesterday, and she didn't offer to help you out at all, despite being way more experienced. And I mean, look at you. You're here all by yourself, right? Yeah. Especially, fortunately, adult life is very torturing. I don't mean to stick my nose into your family business, but it's hard for me to just sit back and watch. No, it's fine, and you know how it looks. The thing about my older sister is that she tends to worry a lot. She tends to worry a lot. But I expect she's a good person, and she actually taught me so much. The reason why she's so cold sometimes is because she's sick of me being a good for nothing, pain in the arse. Well, that's still not good though. I mean, I would be too. Triple lugs. Also, I can tell you're really worried about me now. Huh? No, I mean, anyone would be worried about someone who always seems so sad all the time, right? That's very true, to be honest. Yeah, I guess so. I'm sorry for making you worry. You really don't have to. So here's what I'm thinking. If I felt things were more awkward between us, the best thing would be for me to tell this mud-covered girl, I know, but I do anyway. I'm assuming the reason why she doesn't believe me is because I'm always giving her big responses with my true feelings mixed in. You will have to apologize all the time. I mean, to be honest, it's also my behavior at this point. I always apologize, even though there's nothing to apologize for at times. But at times it's I don't know. I can't read. The one thing to talk about a little bit about this, you can never know how the person feels sometimes or what the person is thinking. So that's yeah, and also that's also what's in Belial as well. That's the dialogue right now. That's how it is. Socializing is just really very hard at times. I don't know what other people think, but I swear that you've never bothered me in the slightest. Plus, I know how much you put into your work every single time. Man, I wish that one person would just come in. Let's not get further into on that though. If anything, seeing you struggle just makes me want to help you more. Which is why you don't need to apologize to me. Even after giving it some thought, I still find myself at an ambiguous impasse. Besides, I feel like I'll just sound crazy if I say what I'm thinking out loud. As the silence deepens, regret washes over me. You're so strange. I know how boring it is to be with me, and yet, well, you've stuck by my side this whole time. So you should know better than I do. No one's ever said anything like that to me. You're really weird, Belle. Uh, I'm not weird. Some people you surround yourself with who are the real weirds. Blatantly giving someone the silent treatment like that. I don't think it's very nice. Triple nuts. Oops. No matter how much I don't get her older sister, she's still Maya's family. She must feel pretty uncomfortable having me bad about her own family in front of her. Sorry, I didn't mean for it to come out like that. It's okay. Followed by the tiniest sliver of a voice, almost too faint to hear. Thank you for caring about me. Think I should say something next time. Huh? Well, yeah. Seems like the much better strategy in my opinion. Alright. Check. Ready on an R. Okay. The corners of her mouth just barely curl up into a faint smile, though there's no joy in it. She looks different than how I remember, a smoldering empty husk of her usual self. Yeah. Maybe because this isn't how Maya really feels. Or maybe that she's not as happy as I thought she was. Regardless, I'll never be able to forget that subtle gesture that did seem like a smile. Alright. So this was a new area. Training grounds. Temple corridor. If this temple is known for anything, you'd think it'd be known for being a tall enough building that you can see it from anywhere in the capital. Okay. But even this temple features one building that stands out in particular. A building of an almost arrogant construction that makes the temple silhouette stand out even more, okay? Even without any knowledge of the capital, I can tell at a glance that it's home to the magic department. The magic department. How many times has that mysterious group tripped me up since I got here? The doors of the building are dismal yet flowery. For a moment, I hesitate to enter, but then, praying the truth lies behind these doors, I push them open. Training grounds. Inside, it is undeniably the very pride of the capital. The ceiling is high and glistens in a golden color like that of a wheat field, heralding the coming autumn. Pure white pillars reach up to it as if to provide support for the descending light. I haven't seen the sun since coming to the capital, but it seems to still light up this place along the way. That's not the only thing that surprises me. If my eyes are still functioning properly, the people here are all doing some kind of training. But not a moment after I sigh aloud at the extravagant sight, I look directly ahead and freeze. All of the people have stopped to look at me. They all have black hair, wearing the same clothing. They also hide their faces with a black cloth with a black cloth in the same way. Every single one of them, and they are enough to fill this vast area, looks exactly the same. They all whisper among themselves as I stand there awkwardly. The coincidental disturbance ripples through them, quickly filling the room. Okay, everyone, quiet. Okay. The especially tall man claps several times, then walks over to me. He looks completely different from the others here. Instead of black clothing, his is white with gold accents and accessories. Everything about his appearance is so overdone that I can even tell where that soft metallic noise is coming from every time he takes a step. Hey, what did you need? This building belongs to the magic department, so it's supposed to be forbidden to outsiders and all that. You're telling me this stuffy place is only for the magic department? How rude. Magicians have always needed to train in fields other than magic. If you don't have a good reason for waltzing in here and interfering with our training, I will be checking your identification and sending you right back. Enoch, he is not at fault. You're the one being rude. Will you not watch your tongue before another guess? There we go. On your face. A new voice rings out clearly in this large room. I don't need to look around for its owner. I find her right away. I'm sorry, did I say familiar face? I don't know. Although the people in the room all stop and clearly acted wary of me. We now hurried to the part to the sides. Okay. As I do, I see her in the middle. She has black hair and white clothing with golden decorations. She basically looks exactly like the man before. Nothing about her particularly stands out. However, she has a commanding presence in spite of her appearance, and because of it. That sets her apart for the rest of the people here. I see. In many ways, she reminds me of the sunrise. That's certainly a way to describe. Alright. My initial impression of her entrance might be simple. But that's what I think when I see the light that has reflected off the ceiling and descended now floating around. Her vivid blue eyes shine like perfectly clear, serene skies. The kind I can't see anymore in this dark, dismal place. Your appearance was to make you Lord Belial, yes. We've been waiting for you. His sister. He would still argue your point, and what's the meaning? What's the meaning of you not knowing his face when you were the one who first tracked him down? Well, I apologize. Hey, wait a second, will you? I'd like to get in a word if I could. Apologies, sir. Such was not our intent. If anything is unclear to you, please ask. Well, I've got a lot I want to ask, but we could do introductions first. The dozens of people watching me flinch in surprise. Apparently, something I said is pretty unheard of in the capital. Because it's a small steer to spread, igniting like a lit candle, and throwing the surroundings into confusion. What are you all standing around for when a guest is here? Clear the way. But the one at the center of the confusion continues to stand upright, once again opening a path. And she gazes at me. Her eyes hold no fear. But I give a start at the control she's exerting over this place. I am embarrassed to say we are not yet prepared for you. But for now, please come this way. I will hear your questions there. Alright. I'm not sure why yet, but she seems quite welcoming of my visit. The others echo my thoughts. Why would she be so polite to someone who barged in like I did? Weird. It makes some buzzing sound out of it. The room she brings me to is a warm, comfy one with a fluffy sofa in it. But I can't really be at ease with her presence here. She takes a seat across from me, with the man from before standing beside her. He still seems unhappy about the situation overall. Ahem. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Aaron Alternata, eldest daughter of House Alternata, and an auxiliary bishop of the magic department. I have heard much about you from my uncle. Your uncle? Was there a black-haired boy, short of stature, in your village, brother? Oh. Certain circumstances have forced him to remain young. But that man is both my uncle and the current bishop of the magic department, Erzsébet Alternata. I'm not sure I pronounced that right. That's a pretty long name. House Alternata is pretty much the most famous magic family out there, you know. You must really be from the total boonies if you didn't know that. Okay. Did I not tell you to watch your tongue? Go wait for us outside. Ugh. I'm sure you've got important stuff to talk to our guests about, but we're in the middle of training, so please don't throw this out, sister. The man freezes at her barbed comment for a moment, but then assumes an orderly expression as he looks between the two of us. But that's all. He then simply nods and exits the room, apparently not willing to object any further. My word, it's quite noisy outside. So I suppose it always is at this time. She sighs, watching to make sure the door closes all up. At first, I think she's lamenting the current situation, but her expression is now more peaceful than it has been. With that, I'm able to face this iron alternata woman without distractions. He is Enoch Apis, another auxiliary member of the magic department, who protects the bishop. I see. He looks really cool though. He is not related by blood, but I was raised with him from a young age. I consider him my younger stepbrother. Really, despite his earlier behavior, he is generally docile and dependable. And as his stepsister, I would like to apologize in his place for his rudeness. Hey, I really don't mind much. Don't worry about it. Still though, your family, huh? I was thinking you seem kind of alike. You seem to get along. This temple is home to several departments, but the magic department differs somewhat from the rest. They have all built up familial bonds with one another. The fact that I am able to stand before them and lead them, if only in minor aspect, is also a source of pride for me. Nice. Nice. I mean, you gotta be proud. You are the magic. As soon as you are soon to join us, Brother Belial, I would like you to feel at ease in regards to speaking with me. Alright, that reminds me. I want to get some more details on all this if I could. Yes, I'm sure. The truth is that we had planned for my uncle to directly call you here and talk to you himself, but unfortunately, he has not been able to spare the time for these past few days. It pains me to place the burden on you instead. But would you be able to stop by here tomorrow afternoon? I will tell my uncle in the meantime. Tomorrow afternoon? Okay, gotcha. I'm fine with that. I don't have much to do after work's done anyway. You show us such generosity, despite us having worsened your mood due to our lack of consideration. I cannot apologize to you. Hey, seriously, no worries. I said I really don't mind. I think I finally know why that man visited me out of the blue. The culture of this magic department is so similar to that of my home village, and it makes me uncomfortable. Did I finally escape that group only to end up falling in with this circle? Brother, you seem quite worried. What is it? Uh, well, it's just the whole brother thing seems a little stiff and formal to me. You're supposed to be forming a bond. Why not just call me Belle? Yeah. Does that name hold some sort of meaning? Not really. It's just like a nickname, I guess. Everyone in my family called me that too. A nickname, I see. A very good custom. If it wouldn't be rude, may I also refer to you as such? Sure. And since your name is Art, why don't I call you Art? That sounds like auntie at this point. That's the first time anyone has referred to me like that. Interesting. So this is how it feels. I will treasure this thing you have bestowed upon me, Brother Bell. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Still feels weird to be being called that, but whatever. It's fine for now. It's nice to meet you, Arnie. The pleasure is all mine, truly. Oh, and if you're heading back, allow me to assign you an escort. Like I said, I'm fine. So, do we only check 3 places, or were we able to check every place? I'm gonna save here in case we can only check like 3 places then. I'm making sure. You know, at this point, it might be just like just day 2 for now. Workplace. Workplace. The only sound in the workplace is the mechanical clacking of machinery. Even from a distance, I can tell no one's there. Dancing around this desolate place brings to mind memories of the cafeteria, bustling with priests coming and going. Apparently, no one wants to deal with any work-related business until after lunch. Okay. I remember bumping into that weirdo here yesterday. No, even he's nowhere to be seen. Maybe he's eating lunch at the cafeteria. If so, my respect for him might go up at lunch. He seems to carry a shroud of lonesomeness around him in the midst of all this cloud. Lost in thought, I suddenly feel someone poke my shoulder, catching me off guard. Ah. Well, I turned to see someone I wasn't expecting, or rather, the last person I would have imagined being here. What is the bishop doing in a place like this? Once I've calmed down, she laces her fingers together, including the one that poked me, and looks at me with bright amber eyes, blinking twice. And don't just sneak up on people. Practically gave me a heart attack. That's my line. What are you doing here, Belial? Okay. I also like them already. It's nothing more than a training. Until your work ends at noon. That's... well, sorry, but... You could say her eyes are blue, but bathed in this light, they glimmer like amber waves of grain swaying on a plateau. Beneath the pitch-black heavens of the polar night, the light from the candle she holds flickers. The gold that fills her eyes swaying alongside it. She's only holding a single candle, yet perhaps due to how used to the dark, the dark. My eyes have grown. The glow from the flame seems preternaturally bright. Okay. Encompassed by a golden glow, it has the effect of making her seem even more ethereal than usual. Interesting description. I mean, I guess it gives about makes like a holy aura for a bishop. And then she touches me without any warning whatsoever. There's no way I can calm down from that so easily. But anyone would be scared out of their minds. But anyone would be scared out of their minds having an important person like you seemingly walk out of the shadows and poke them. Maybe say something first next time. I did in fact do just that. Huh? When? We are all united with God. We are all united through God, our Father who art in heaven. Made in heaven. With our minds and souls connected, thus, there is no need for verbal communication. Yep, that sounds like a logic. I need you to talk to me in a language I can understand. That was a joke. Oh, cool. We have another jokester here. Come, we gotta build a comedy club. Here's something else. I feel like I'll never get the type of humor here. I'll never get the type of humor here. So, that means you came here as part of your training. How admirable. Well, I guess I'm doing that too. Am I in the way of your work? No. I was just on my way back. I was really surprised to see an unfamiliar unfamiliar face in this all too familiar place. What a ride! I always find it exciting when new brothers and sisters join our fold. Good to hear. Yesterday I got in some guy's way and he got so angry he thought his head might explode. The guy with the stick up his arse. I'm assuming you mean Sekiro. That's not a nice way to talk about your fellow brethren, you know. Yesterday, huh? Ah, yes, of course. You see, I have a tendency to pass out and collapse. And helps me out. Thank God for that, truly. Now, come on. Shouldn't you be thanking the guy helping you out over God? I thank God for bringing us together in the first place. Well then, having lived most of my life in my small village, I haven't really talked to many adults. And yet, I've never met anyone as hard to communicate with as the bishop. Her mannerism seems natural enough. When she talks about her own subordinates, you think she knows them well. Still, yet seems oblivious to the way they talk. Seems oblivious to the way they talk about her behind her back. Honestly, it's pretty awkward though. Though I expected as much. The funny thing, like, they already, like, was it again? Was it Gret? No, who was? Yeah, the one with the doctor, I guess, or the nurse. The infirmary. You know that they are data, right? So the reasons for this strange awkwardness. I begin to speak, hoping to confirm them. So, Your Excellency, were you not in the woods yesterday? The woods? Near the old chapel that's deep in the woods, that's what I mean. There's a chapel outside. Nope, nothing's coming to mind. See? There's a possibility. My assumptions are correct. Meyer, I saw you there with my own eyes. And we even made eye contact. No? No, Belial. Believe my theory. Honestly, I can tell you how shocked I was at the time. Eep, no need to get so upset. Huh? I'm not upset. Alright. Sorry for raising my voice so suddenly. I'm truly sorry. To tell you the truth, thanks to an accident in my childhood. I sometimes have holes in my memories. So I'm guessing right now it might be a body double or personality or something else. Also, not to mention, right? Did you just say that they felt like they moved like a marionette? Seriously, how does that work? It's hard for me to explain. Okay. Be very careful. It's a recording game. Alright, just making sure again. It's hard to explain, but for examples, sometimes I'll come to and realize I'm in a different place than where I thought I was. Or talking to a complete stranger as if I know them. I have no clue what I was doing, what I should be doing, or even the date or the time. It's all a hazy mystery. So technically, I'm going to guess this is not a true bishop right now. I have folks telling me they have seen me in places I don't remember being. Yep. Are you sure that's normal? I'm fine. After all, I'm blessed by God's everlasting presence, so... It's not actually that problematic. It's not actually that problematic. On the contrary, I'm not sure if I should be impressed or what. And I guess that would explain it, though I'm still not completely convinced. Huh? The discrepancy between our respective memories is a little bizarre, right? I see what you mean. Well then, please come and visit me, as capricious as the morning glories, and as often as possible to make sure I don't forget you, Brother Bell. What? I'll try my best. I hope to be seeing you a lot more in the near future. Eh? Mm-hmm. Just one more thing. Just one thing. Did you, by chance, enter that chapel in the woods, Belial? I didn't go inside. I just spoke around the area. Access to that area is forbidden. I believe there are signs on the opposite side of the road from the chapel. I know how adventurous you are, but if you're not careful, you'll find yourself in trouble. Who knows, you might find some meat there. You should actually go to the chapel, Bell. Seriously, sorry about that. I'm pretty directionally challenged, and I simply go lost on my way back to the dorms. Probably didn't notice the signs because of how dark it was. I'll be careful next time. Eh? Brother Belial. You're, you're quickly becoming a person of interest. You're now on the wanted list. Ah, I want to hear something like that coming from you. Alright, we can check. So I could have just like not seen it. Library. Temple front page. Behind one of the dormitories, filling out the temple's majestic silhouette, is a cute little building I've never been inside. I've been curious about it since yesterday, but it was one of those places I didn't feel like checking out. Keeping an open mind, I entered, but it's so quiet inside that I almost got discouraged and leave. Okay, sure. The oily scent specific to the wood. The oily scent specific to wood drips about. Did everyone here leave for lunch? My gaze turns to the staircase at the end of the hallway, thinking maybe they're below. Library. So there's a new place. The stairs appear to lead underground. Let me check a little bit. Alright. Okay, let me read. The stairs appear to lead underground, but there are no markers or doors to be found. I can't get a feel for how far down they go. But the stairwell is illuminated here and there. The fact means an outsider like me is allowed to enter. I know because I'm familiar play I know because I'm familiar with places like these. The further down I go, the less I can smell that distinct woody scent. Instead, my nose starts to detect something like a flower being burned as incense. I think it's one I've smelled before. So for a moment, it sets my mind at ease. The further down I go, the thicker the scent becomes, causing my head to hurt. The sight I eventually reach, though, is so magnificent that the smell doesn't seem to matter anymore. Books. So many books. More than I can count. I pack onto every single wall and bookshelf. Well, it's a library after all. I'm surprised by how large the space is, considering it's underground. I look up. The spiral staircase I descend goes up very high. Goes up very, very high. As it turns out, this cute little building is actually a library. Oh, this is amazing, but fortunately our cat is now starting to speak again. Really sorry about that. Something strange about it. Libraries usually suit the soul, but this one just feels wrong. I mean, everything looks like, all colored, I guess. And it's not just the entrance, the staircase, and the library proper, but the fact that I haven't seen a single person since coming into the building. That's not natural, is it? Maybe it's because it's per academic, department only. My muttered remark dissipates in the bathroom, gone forever. Right? The bathroom, gone out of it. Alright, sorry about that. Anyway, My mother remarked dissipates in the bathroom, gone forever. I seem to be alone, but this whole time I could sense that someone's here. That's definitely creeping me out. Not much I can do about that. Okay. Is someone hiding out, watching me? Maybe an unimaginably large group of people. Okay. Oh, hey there. Are you looking for any book in particular? But as I'm standing there vacantly, a woman suddenly casts a shadow over me. Interesting. She's a young woman with skin as white as snow, and all kinds of equipment. She's pretty tall too, which makes her seem strangely intimidating. Huh? Oh, no, not exactly. I don't read much. I can smell the flower scent from her, even more strongly. It's sweet and powerful enough to immediately distract me from my thoughts. I like the scents in the cleanup department, which had a bunch of things mixed together. This one was artificial, pure and intense. I actually feel like I might faint. I actually feel like I might faint, so I take a deep breath and snap myself out of it. Okay. Still having like challenge of blood, but fucking so of it. I shake my head, which prompts a smile from the woman, who is wearing purple lipstick. I guess it was pretty funny to watch me. I was just kind of impressed. I can't believe every little thing I can see back into here is a book. Librarian, Miss Library woman. Oh well, something like that anyway. At the very least, all of the books here are certainly within my purview. She slowly twists her body to give me a good view of the inundation of books. The sight seeps into my mind before my senses pick it up. Hehe. This whole place is the culmination of over a millennium of history. Something humans have been building up, so to speak, for a long time. We can think of it all as encounters between man and history, between history, and between man and divinity, and between history, and history. Just kidding. Kind of sounds like something I heard this morning. Well, hopefully no diaries though. Yeah, just kidding. How can objects created by people be connected to God? Man's history consists of ties between peoples, like nuts in rope. That's an interesting, what was the term? I don't think analogy. I don't remember. Well, simile, I guess, because it has like, I guess. There you go. Our God is the one who ties those knots. After all, it is impossible for the likes of man to attain knowledge outside his awareness with only his own strength. I see. Huh. I see. Am I allowed to be in here without asking? Yes, of course. We welcome all to this place. Our lovely siblings, the birds perched on the windowsill, and even the scent of irises heralding summer. Those are words. Those are certainly extravagant. Like it. Oh, so that was the fluorescent. That was that was the floral scent. That's right. Isn't it elegant? I received the flowers as a gift, so I used them to create perfume. Hell yeah. If you'd taken a liking to it, I can give you a bottle. She takes a small purple bottle inside of a pocket and smoothly places it into my hands. Oh, thanks for this. Would you mind if I look around a little more? No, of course not. But be careful. This place is sure to confuse and lead astray, because it's mazes of books. Don't get lost! With that mysterious comment, the librarian turns and walks away, the soft hem of her skirt fluttering. She moves into a complicated array of wall-like bookshelves with innumerable books on them. And just like that, she disappears from sight. She has magic. Stopping myself out of my daze, I go take a step. When I do, I lose my balance and almost topple over. Am I drunk on that perfume or something? I have no idea, but I managed to get my feet to walk properly this time. Well, that perfume might be an alcohol as well. Might be hypnotic. This huge place is wrecking havoc with my inquisitiveness and need to explore it. I have permission to look around more on my own. And I do, wandering this way and that until eventually I come to a door in the back. I look around again. There are other doors like it nearby. I pick one and knock twice. And then, hello, little fella. Whoa, you scared me. What was that for? You should be more careful when living rooms. Just as I knocked, the door clattered open and a person came bursting out. She has distinct hair. It's short and vividly pink. She's a little tall for a girl, though she'd be a little short for a guy. Interesting words. Either way, everything about her appearance was pretty much normal. She looked at me, her black eyes going wide. 6 nuts. Who are you? Are you here to read too? Or are you for the academic department? That's kidding. I love nuts. Can't you hear me? What's your name? Namaewa. Namaewa Rosu. My name is Rose. Sorry. The mystery girl answers softly but clearly, then suddenly freezes. Her eyes go wide like she's surprised about something. You shouldn't be here. No, you shouldn't be here. Huh? My name is Rose. Bye-bye. Wait, bye. Certainly a conversation. What happened next happened very quickly. The child named Rose takes a few steps back, her hand still on the door handle. Then waves goodbye to me and shuts the door. I've been driven out. I try to get a peek. I try to get a peek inside to settle this inexplicable feeling. But the door shows, but the door shows no sign of opening back up at this point. Magic. Oh, so that's it. After all, it's starting to get dark. I can visit one more place, but then I'll have to head back. Should I go infirmary? Let's visit Grit again, I think. I hope we can get some milk again. And maybe cookies. Thankfully, my memories from yesterday haven't led me astray. The infirmary is located down from the central lobby around the corner. Alright. The cheerful atmosphere that only seems to exist here feels warmer. In part because I've been outside in the cold for so long. Yep. Still, everything seems slightly different. Very careful. There's a rather large you try? Still everything seems slightly different. There's a rather large stack of boxes near the door. And as I enter, I see Dr. Gret carrying more of them. Boxes. There might be a snake inside one of them. Just like trying to sneak around. My oh my, Mrs. Bell. Will you be a dear and wait just a moment? I've got my hands full. Want some help? You don't mind? That'll be great. Here. Oof. It's pretty heavy, so don't hurt yourself. Belle will keep that in mind. Should be able to handle this much of ease. Rolling up my sleeves, I hoist one of the boxes off the ground. Up the ground. Some boxes are lighter than the others, though the heaviest I can't leave without supporting part of it on one knee. On one knee. She planned on leaving the boxes on and around the nearby shelf, but with my help and being so fired up, we were able to get everything put away in the rightful spot quickly. She's quite a sight standing on tiptoe, her slender arms trembling as she tries to place a box on the shelf. That's almost just out of reach. She's the type of person you can't take your eyes off. Take your eyes off in more ways than one. Infirmary. Ew. I could have done it without you. I could have easily lifted one or two of these boxes by myself when I was younger. But those days are long behind me. Oh, come on. Don't be so hard on yourself. Eh? My. Looks like my secret's come out. Despite my appearance, I'm basically the custodian around here. What kind of host am I, making my guests do my work for me? Go on and make yourself at home. I've got a tray of cookies today. Yay, cookies. Ooh. I appreciate the hospitality. And these cookies look great. What are you doing with all these boxes anyway? Is it this the infirmary? It's just some supplies. Stuff like the toothbrushes you guys use, mask, and underwear. Interesting. If folks around here run out of daily necessities, they can swing by and grab some. They also have some other priests running medicine and bandages to the sick ward too. Okay. Normally the bishop helps me with that, Not very busy today. Yeah. I saw him this morning. The guy with the glasses, right? That's him. With his hair all done up. With his hair all done up. He looks like a different person. If only he cared about his appearance more often. Oh, and work on his posture. Ah. Uh-huh. Alright. Here's something I wanted to ask you. And what that might be, Belle? What might that be, Belle? What exactly is an auxiliary bishop? What exactly is an auxiliary bishop? My, they didn't tell you. So for example, you know how trainees like yourself can become priests after their probationary period is over. Auxiliary bishops are a step up from that. They basically act like assistants to the bishops above them. Not only do they keep the bishop safe, but they help them with work and manage the department in their place when necessary. Yep, something like that. Oh, then you're an auxiliary bishop as well. Winner, chicken dinner. I'm great. The health department's auxiliary bishop. I'm not actually the custodian. Well, then those weird cookies are a perk of being the bishop's assistant. Nope, not exactly. Once you're baptized and become an official priest, you can order special vestments that visually designate your stigmata. Interesting. What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Well, basically, it's like this. Stigmata are a fundamental part of our divine power. And yet showing them off is a big no-no. Which is why it's possible to get custom-made clothes that will help cover them up. So what you're saying is, the coat you're wearing is like a vestment. It doesn't look all that special to me though. And this coat was just me asking the bishop for a favor. Interesting. I guess you can call it an exception to the rule. It's a little embarrassing. I know most folks around here aren't like me. All you youngsters are so sweet and serious. There's something that's been bugging me for a while. How old are you, Doc? A lady never tells. Baka. Alright. This might be the end of it. Clean up the department office, yeah. Alright. I've walked around way too much today. Absently munching on the butter cookie I got from Greg. I opened the door to the cleanup department's main office and am greeted by lights. I immediately spot a man sitting in the dimly lit room, glaring at me. It's accurate. With a slight build, the tilt to his eyes as he looks up at me makes him seem almost cat-like. Having grown up around cats, I have a strong affinity for them. Yo, someone's burning the candle at both ends. Want a cookie? Sorry, that's half eaten. That is half eaten. Please keep out on your morning assignment. You waste no time raining verbal abuse down on me. Come to think of it, I've never gotten along well with cats. What the hell are you talking about? I absolutely went. Yeah? I got a call complaining that the priest who was supposed to stop by house number 3 this morning never showed up. Thanks to you, I had to deal with him screaming at me over the phone for half an hour about How the demolition of the house had to be delayed. You should have been there. House number 3. Suddenly the information from the form in the binder pops into my head. Triple dots. Crap. After making sure Maya made it back to the temple, I completely forgot to go back and finish things. Assuming he'd just been his usual annoying self, I suddenly feel like someone punched me in the back of my head. He heaves a sigh, able to read what's going on behind my panic expression. If you're going to make it here, you have to at least be able to read the documents we give you. And that wasn't the problem. I read the document just fine. Then what happened? I just forgot. You forgot. Seeing his reaction of utter disgust leaves me feeling equally as disgusted by myself. I racked my brain trying to come up with a logical explanation for my emotional response. I want to make sure Maya didn't get lost getting back and simply forgot to finish the job. That's all there is. Well, for starters, it's a pretty bad look throwing someone who's been here less than 2 days right into the thick of it with only a single document explaining what to do. Triple dots. I guess you've got a point. He pushes past me before opening his locker in a grandiose manner. He's acting exactly the same as yesterday. That's his way of showing me how angry he is, I guess. I'll take responsibility for our training moving forward. So don't do anything unless I've explicitly told you to do so. And the same goes for that girl as well. Got it. Triple dots. He doesn't look me in the eyes once as he barks orders at me. Finally, after tying his shoelaces, he looks up before turning my way. You can head back to the dorms after you get all my paperwork done. What? Excuse me? It needs to be done and I have to take care of the job we botched so spectacularly. I'm never going to hear the end of this. Start them by date. Though I guess if you can't even read, you may as well just leave. Don't frick with me. He simply clucks his tongue in response to the dagger shooting from my eyes on his way out. With him gone, it's just me, a dimly lit room, and a seemingly endless stack of papers. That son of a bitch. I slammed my face onto an empty spot on the desk. There you go. It's already the middle of the night. Am I stuck with that jerk every day for the foreseeable future? The fatigue in my legs makes them feel laden. I thoroughly unlock my door, and just as I open it, the door next to mine swings open as well. I thought it was just perfect timing earlier this morning, but I guess she's been waiting for my return. Either way, Blondie is clearly grumpy. You really like to wander around late at night, don't you? Getting used to this place yet? Hey there. Promise I wasn't out having a good time. A part of me wants to blurt out, I'm just having a string of bad luck, but I stopped myself. Alright, well, did you end up getting any work done today? I took the day off, remember? I wasn't feeling well. Seriously, right? You were actually feeling bad? Well, yeah, of course. You don't believe me. Come on, I'm disappointed. Sorry, I was joking. So how are you feeling now? Better? Well, I guess I'm okay. Yeah, honestly, I'm still pretty lousy. But if you actually feel bad for me, maybe you could bring me some water. Maybe I will. Seemingly amused by my vague answer, she laughs gleefully, and then, with a wave of thanks, she slams the door shut. I heave a belated sigh in the wake of her over the top exit. Why on earth is a guy who's as worn out as I am running errands for someone who's not even that sick? The more I think about it, the more tired I feel. Tired I feel. So I simply focus on putting one foot before the other. Blondie's room. I assume I assume they pump it in for somewhere deep in the mountains. I have no idea when she had the time to change, but she's currently dressed in the same underwear she was wearing this morning. So I guess it'd be more accurate to say she's stripped instead of changed. Think it's fine. Maybe a little warm. You didn't put anything in it, did you? Like what? Like drugs that let you have your way with this gorgeous body of mine. Something like that. What kind of guy do you think I am? What would I get out of it anyway? Seriously, you really are an innocent young lad, aren't you? She keeps her hand on the doorknob after accepting the glass of water, taking a few steps back as if inviting me in. I'm so tired that a part of me wants to turn down her offer, but the door shuts before I can even speak, almost ridiculing. Seeing my eyes practically boring a hole through the door, she laughs, feigning ignorance. We plan on staying up a bit longer. Then why not hang out with me? By the way, do you have a girlfriend? Nope, and I have no interest in getting one either. No way, not even one. You're not interested in holding hands with someone special at all. All the women in my life have always been related to me. She'd been taking one step after another, inching closer to me while engaging in this boring conversation. We're suddenly popping down on her bed. It causes the water in causes the water in her cup to splash out, soaking her chest and running down her stomach before forming a puddle on the ground. Ooh wee. Oh, I'm such a klutz. Look at me. I spilled it all over myself. Sure. Oh, what do you think I do? What do you think I do? What do you think you're doing? Oh gee, my hand slipped. Slip? Oops. Her lacy bra, the fabric so thin that it barely hid anything from view to begin with. It's now completely see-through, exposing her tan breasts. And yet, she doesn't seem embarrassed in the slightest. In fact, she seems to be enjoying herself quite a lot. The faint anxiety that's been gnawing at the pit of my stomach begins to grow stronger. From the moment I entered her room, no, from the moment we first met, she's been toying with me. Do you mind if I lay down? This is your room, so you don't need to ask for my permission. I try to look away from her body, which is laid out brazenly before me. But she grabs my arm, pulling me closer. Oh god. So, wanna sleep with me? Uh huh. Don't you think that's a bit much? As I lay down beside her, moving awkwardly, that strong scent I remember smelling the first time we met assault my senses, piercing my brain. Your skin's so smooth. Okay, here we go. Her cool slender fingertips trace the skin on my cheeks before moving in an arc down to my waist. The chill that races up my spine causes my heart to beat faster, hammering urgently against my ribs. I'm curious, why aren't you interested in women? I don't know, that's just how I am. I have no need to be. My throat suddenly really dry. I managed to spit it out my answer after a brief pause. Well, that's because you don't know the first thing about women. 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 Well, yeah. Last I checked, I'm definitely not a woman. You mean to press immediately? Well, whatever. I don't want to be pressured into anything. And yet, since the moment I stepped inside her room, I found myself unable to speak in my defense. It's probably because of how dry my throat is. That's not what I mean. You just lack experience. She sits up before crawling over to where I'm laying on the bed, bringing her thighs closer to mine. As I watch this bizarre scene unfold before my eyes, she presses her black. Come on. She presses her black peas against me, sliding them down my body. I'm shocked speechless by this sudden development. She snickers, seemingly amused by my reaction, causing her plump beast to jaze in front of my face. It finally dawns on me what's happening here. Wait. Oh, hush. I'm tired of hearing you talk. She shushes me, raising her hips so she can place one of her legs right between my thighs. I can smell an unfamiliar fishy scent coming from the woman who is sitting on my lower half, and I can tell if it's perfume or sweat. It's definitely coming from her thighs. She's so close to me that I can't smell it. The sound of clothes rustling gets gradually faster, and the sound of her breath grows closer. Her uneven nasal voice and the sound of pooling saliva stains the back of my mind. That unpleasant moisture quickly takes shape. Her soft tongue slides around the inside of my ear, making it slick. Her unkempt blonde hair covers my face, getting in my nose and mouth. It's a stifling when I gasp for air and I end up crying out. I reflexively try to get up, but because she's got my body completely covered, I can't even move a single finger. Huh? Why aren't you aroused? She suddenly stops moving and gets up of me. She breathes raggedly and huskily, spitting out several strands of hair. My body suddenly feels light, and I can feel a cool breeze against my skin. At some point, I started to sweat. I'm having a hard time breathing, and I'm feeling dizzy. I just, and like that, she's done. She stops falling, she's done. She stops talking, and she stops talking, and she stops talking. I'm having a little rolling tongue at the moment, and pulls back her hand, which was reaching for her underwear, plunging the room into uncomfortable silence. Well, that question mark. Dumbfounded, I look up at her, and our eyes meet. And our eyes meet. She's been watching me this whole time. The somberness that suddenly sprung up between us feels so heavy. I'm unable to move under its oppressive weight. If you don't want to do this, it's fine. I have no intention of forcing you to do anything you don't want to. Her voice is husky and curt. Must have accidentally struck a nerve. Wait, it's not that I don't want to. I focus something else in the room, averting my gaze from hers. The mood in the room is killing me. All I hear is this infuriatingly dry whisper from my throat. That she thinks I don't want her. To be honest, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't interested. It's not that I don't want to, it's just oh god. I'm not able to see her expression because her hair is covering her face. But I can tell one thing, that she's smirking at me. She backs away, then she grabs my cheek with her cold fingers. Her particularly long nails stab into the flesh of my cheeks, and my mouth reflexively opens up. And then her wet tongue is my mouth. Her tongue, which had just slid along my ear, is warm. It stirs up the saliva pulled up in my mouth, making a nasty sound that echoes through my head. Oh god. As I sit there unmoving, she starts to suck on my tongue, violently caressing my mouth as it hangs open. Her voice mixes together with the breath that she exhales. As she opens my mouth wide and sticks her tongue into it, her hard teeth make painful contact with my gums. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. With my mouth open as wide as it can go, she begins to lick my lips with her tongue. She covers my cheeks, my nose, and the base of my ears with her saliva. Like a dog that's cleaning off a plate. That's certainly a fucking lie. A distinct smell rises up from my face. The kind of bird scent that you get from digested food. Jesus. Does that feel good? It feels good, right? Her squeaky voice repeats the same words. Her glistening wet lips shine like a dark red octopus. I'm not able to grasp exactly what she means by that. It might be because what I want hasn't mattered from the get-go. But she puts her cold hands into my hot, stuffy slacks that are sticking to my legs. Blondie searches around the shelves, pulls on a cigarette, and sticks it between her lips. The white smoke she spews into the air makes my eyes sting. The temple must not be as strict as I thought if priests are allowed to do stuff like this in their rooms. So why exactly did he do that? I felt bad for the poor virgin who's never even held hands with a girl before coming here, and whose only feminine interaction here has been with those hillbillies. Certainly a word, hillbillies. Oh, sure. Knave hillbillies? You mean Maya and her sister? Thought you guys were friends. Seriously? Huh. There's no way I'd be caught dead with that angsty biatch. I despise her. You know, she came banging on my door this morning, making a huge racket. And I know you hate her too. I mean, she's so obnoxiously clingy, am I right? I bet you didn't know this. But girls like her always put up an attitude to hide how ugly and unpopular they are. She probably thinks she can get a status boost by hanging out with me. Who does she think she is? As if I'd hang out with that lesbo. Ew. Okay. Gross. They say most people become more honest after working up a sweat, which seems to be true. As words I'd never imagined hearing from her really come pouring from her mouth. Not sure how to reply. I simply stay silent. Come on, say something already. Some of the ash from the tip of her lit cigarette drops onto my bare leg. Startled, I immediately sit up, fiercely rubbing my red and inflamed skin. What's your problem? You're out of your damn mind. What are you getting all upset for? You're the one who ignored me first, you know. I have plenty of other friends. Which reminds me, I'll introduce you to them tomorrow. They are all practically dying to meet you. Oh, great. I'm honestly fine not meeting them. Seriously, knock it out already. I'll see myself out. Ah, going so soon. Good night then. Though I doubt you'll be able to sleep very well. Yeah, now we like. I snatch up my clothes and practically run from her. She waves goodbye from her bed. All traces of her former aggressiveness gone. Not that matters, since I want to leave, right? Once I firmly close the door to my room, the hammering in my chest finally begins to calm down. I feel as if she put me under some kind of spell, the effects of which are finally wearing off. My hips are still sore and I feel nauseous, proof that it really did happen. All I want right now is to take a shower, but I also really don't want to walk through the dorm by myself this late at night. With my thoughts and actions blurred, fatigue from the long day behind me slowly begins setting over my body and mind, making it hard to focus on much of anything. And perhaps it's just my imagination, but I catch the faintest whiff of cigarette smoke. That is certainly a day. Day 3, directed by Hideo Kojima. Dormitory. Ha. I can hear the sound of a woman's laughter coming from somewhere. I switch on the light in the dark room, and suddenly my world is flooded with the buzz of the fluorescence. Despite that, my flickering world of gray remains dark. She repeatedly calls out to me, and yet I can't answer. It feels like something is covering my mouth, sealing it shut. All I can do is try to endure the smell of rot that permeates the walls of my room and the furniture inside it. Scarlet fireworks explode in the back of my mind and then vanish. Nothing seems to change, but I can feel someone's presence from within the darkness. She probably thinks she can get a status boost by hanging out with me. I suppose this is what led to her having such an inflated ego. You were scouted to work here, and yet all you've done from day one is chase women. You truly are the lowest of the lowest scum. All men are the same. How the hell am I supposed to prove myself to people who've already made up their minds without knowing anything about who I really am? Brother Belial will soon be joining our magic circle, so please continue to make them feel welcome here. It was clearly a mistake coming here in the first place, and the longer I stay here, the higher the likelihood of me becoming someone's toy without realizing it. See you later, little kittens. If only I got on a little faster that she was simply toying with me. We're neighbors, aren't we? I had to say hello. If only I realized that she was laughing at me for simply existing. But unfortunately, I can't turn back time. Well, maybe Sifrin will help you, but nope, I don't think so. I don't. I'm sure all kinds of folks are already laughing at me for betting my life on some impulsive opportunity, living every day arrogantly, full of self-conceited pride. I have no exit strategy. I have nowhere else to turn to. You're so strange. No one's ever said anything like that to me before. You're really weird, Belle. You're really weird, Belle. Triple dots. Oh boy, here we go with the fleshy world again. Oh, there's a flash a little bit. I'm standing in a mouth of cold and hard dirt. When I go to move in order to take a look around, the muck sticks to my shoes. I lift my foot and realize it's not muck at all. It's animal guts. Mucous membranes from crushed intestines. Looking so much like pus scattered about me. I'm surrounded by dead bodies. A veritable sea of corpses. Warm blood pours down on me from overhead. I feel like I'm inside someone's grave. Yet I know this place well. Sorry for dog noises, by the way. So it's lagging a little bit. Also, it's glitching out, by the way. If you notice, it's like additional things here. Suddenly, I look up and an all too familiar nausea seeps into my ears, and through my brain, I see the outline of an angel in the cloudy white sky. It's almost like the angel is reaching out to me. She's overwhelmingly beautiful. I feel a reverence toward her, but also a distinct fear. An incredibly appropriate reaction toward a divine being. The angel, which at some point has taken me into her arms, holds a pure white hand over my lower belly. Cold sweat drips from my brow. Shivering uncontrollably, I fearfully bring. It's like a lot of arrows. I'm not sure if it is glitch or like part of the feature. Shivering uncontrollably, I fearfully bring my hand up to the angel's back. I notice that my skin is stained a muddy red brown from the blood that poured down onto me. No, I can touch such pure divinity, with hands as dirty as mine, and yet her mere presence is irresistible. I can't shake myself free. Five elegant, pure, untainted fingers crawl over my body with blasphemous benevolence. The angel brings her face closer to mine, so close I can't bring myself to breathe. And then the angel whispers, I'm tired of this. Without giving me time to respond, the angel spreads her white wings wide before vanishing into the distance. Almost simultaneously, I feel something grab my neck, yanking me back toward the earth. I hear my consciousness shatter as my vision goes dark. And then you die. Now it's normal again. I wake up with a jerk, still feeling like I'm asleep. I take in my surroundings, only to find myself looking up at the same old ceiling in the same old room. It's pitch black, the sound of raindrops echoing loudly in the silence. It's raining outside. I vaguely remember someone telling me once that summer in the capital meant constant rain. Without the sun as a guide, it's hard to tell what time it is. I grew up around for the clock by my bedside. I just wanted to rest my eyes for a moment. But I must have fallen asleep. Less than 3 hours have passed since the last time I checked. I'm no longer even the least bit sleepy, but I plump back down at the bed anyway. That's because you don't know the first thing about women. You know. The creak of the old bed springs brings her voice to mind. Still lost in a half-remembered reverie, I touch myself. The events from last night, trickling down into my consciousness. I toss and turn around, and toss and turn restlessly as my mind tries to remember how it felt when her cold hand grazed my waist. The moment when her soft tongue forced its way inside me. I felt strange and incomprehensible emotions in my head down. Is there nothing for effects though? Uh, Nothing for effects, unfortunately. So if Casey feel strange, incomprehensible emotions pin my head down. Are they because of my nightmare? Or does everyone feel like this after their first time? Or is it? I shut my thoughts down and spend the rest of the night counting the stains on my bed sheets. At some point, I hear noises coming from the next. At some point, I hear noises coming from next door. It's definitely time to go to work. The sound of doors opening and closing. An old hum of people talk. And the sound of their footsteps through the hallway seems louder than usual. Probably due to the rain. I should be up and getting ready to go. My body feels almost impossibly heavy. The reality in front of me seems almost like someone else's problem. I pull the blanket over my head. I don't want to leave this room. I jump every time I hear a woman's voice through the door or the wall. I curl up under the covers like a caterpillar in a cocoon. I'll just stay here until the noise dies down. I think to myself as I shut my eyes indifferently. As I lay there, waiting patiently for all the sounds to stop, I'm suddenly surprised by a knock on the door. By a knock on my door. It's accurate. I wait with bated breath underneath the covers before finally approaching the doors. Approaching the door, moving timidly. It's quiet outside. I ever so gently push the door open, just enough to peek out. After making sure no one is around, I start getting ready to work. Getting ready for work. Should we go to work? Okay. I think at this point this is good at the moment. I said before like I might continue even further. Fortunately it's already morning here. And I had to like export some beaches as well because I'm unsure how long the rain would last during the evening. Unfortunately I wish I have recorded during yesterday, so yeah. Overall, it's getting interesting now a little bit. Really, really interesting in some parts. On one hand, like, yeah. I like some of the new characters we have met. On the other hand, Blondie. Yeah, that is certainly something. I don't know if there will be more of those, but oh boy. Yep, For now, that's it for like Happy Saint Sheol. We'll see what will happen next, especially Belial got also slaughtered by Sekirin, so probably we'll still remember that. But until then, after I recorded like another 2 parts, I'll play this game again, like 2 parts of in Stars and Time. Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. And Happy Saint Sheol again. So bye bye, and may stars guide you.